Yo, what's good, bro? So I'm gonna start off with like the first part of the lecture. So I'm gonna just like make this into a separate video. So yeah, so I'm gonna start off with conditional probability. This is the second lecture, by the way. So the one that we did on Wednesday. So yeah, so conditional probability, and this is independent, right? So, he said, like, I'm just gonna go based off whatever he said. Okay, so he basically said, like, let's say this is a coin, right? It's like a simple coin. A coin has two sides, right? Heads and tails, right? So, first, you flip a coin, right? And it either hits heads or it either hits tails. So, it's like a half chance for both of them, right? And if you, let's say if you flip the second time, if you either or, so if you flip this time, you get the second time you either hit heads or tails. It's still both half, half. Let's say if you get tails on the first try, and the second coin you toss again, you get heads and you get tails. So you get, still it's half, half, right? So yeah, and this explains that, let's say you toss a coin twice. You basically toss a coin twice, and these are like the different possibilities you can get, right? So you can either be like, for example, heads, heads, if you, right? Or it can be heads and then tails, right? Right. And it can either be tails and then heads. You get the point. And then it will be tails, tails, right? You see this, so there's four possible outcomes, right? And we call this independent probability, like independent conditional probability, right? So yeah, and obviously you'll guess the second part would be dependent, and dependent would be let's say if it's like a dice, right? We're using a dice in this chance, right? We used a coin at first, but like a dice. A dice, obviously, we know it has six sides, right? So you have, you roll the dice twice. So two dices, by the way. The first one was two coins. So yeah, just remember that. You toss a coin twice. And you roll the dice twice. So, either the outcomes would be, if you roll the dice twice, it would be either odd or it would be even, right? So there's a 3 out of 6 chance, which is also one half, right? And after you roll the odds, you have 3 outcomes of odds. So obviously the odd numbers on the dice would be 1, 2, and 3, right? Let me just write this properly for you. And that would be, you get it 1/3 of the time, because there's only 3 odds, right? So you get 1/3 of the time. Same thing goes with even. So there's in the dice there's 2, 4, and 6, and all of them would be 1/3 of the time of the even part. So yeah, and just know there's a specific notations you can put on this as well. There's something called probability, and then you probably see it in the assignments. It's either, let's say this is the present term, so you got 1, right? 1 is a present, for example. This is just an example. So we got 1 as a present, right? And it would be, and then you put a vertical line, and you put odd, because that was a present, that was a past. So this is considered the past. You know how this was the past and this is the present, right? And it can either, this can be either be 2, 1, doesn't matter, right? So yeah, present and past, right? And the actual formula would be right here, A, B. Just remember, present, and this is past. And probability of like in terms would be probability of event. Event A given that B already happened. Yep. So yeah, so just remember this is dependent and this is independent. So that's it for the first part, and there's still more. So yeah.